With over 532 miles of shoreline, Lake Norman attracts people from all over the United States. Today in this video, we're going to explore the communities surrounding Lake Norman and some of the best waterfront restaurants in the area. Stay tuned to the end where we'll discuss just how much it costs to have your piece of Lake Norman. I'm Melissa Zimmerman, and I look forward to showing you all about Lake Norman today. Lake Norman was originally designed between 1959 and 1964 by the Army Corps of Engineers in conjunction with what is now Duke Energy. There are whole towns, road systems, farms, buildings, everything underneath Lake Norman. Lake Norman is surrounded by multiple charming cities such as Cornelius. Cornelius, North Carolina is known for having over 10 parks. It has 2 public parks located on Lake Norman and the only beach access on the lake. It also features 2 boat ramps and is located centrally to downtown Charlotte, just 25 minutes away. Davidson, North Carolina consistently ranks in the top cities in the United States to live in. Although Davidson has the least amount of shoreline on Lake Norman, it still ranks as one of the most popular Lake Norman towns to live in. Downtown has a quaint college feel with Davidson College located right in the center of town. You might be familiar with its most famous alumni, Steph Curry. The downtown area features bars, restaurants, and shops and is a great family atmosphere. Huntersville, North Carolina ranks as one of the most popular places to live on Lake Norman. It's popular for its Birkdale shopping area, which has high-end restaurants and shopping, as well as a Lake Norman access. Located on the northern shores of Lake Norman, Troutman is a lesser-known city, but is a great place to stop. It has Lake Norman State Park, which features over 1,900 acres of state park with biking and hiking trails, as well as lake access for boat rentals, kayaks, and canoes. Mooresville, North Carolina is known as Race City, USA because of its ties to NASCAR, but the need for speed isn't just for the racetracks, it's also for Lake Norman. Mooresville has some of the best waterfront dining with restaurants such as Toucan's, Apps and Taps, and Eddie's on the Lake, which is right behind me. Eddie's on the Lake features seafood and Italian dining and is one of the best restaurants in Mooresville. As you can see, Lake Norman has a little bit of something for everyone. Whether or not you enjoy fishing, water activities, or just relaxing by the lake and watching the spectacular views, Lake Norman really is a hidden gem in North Carolina. Since it's getting close to lunchtime, I'd like to go someplace with great food and amazing views of the lake. Join us while we go to Toucan's for lunch in Mooresville. We just made our way over to this great area featuring 3 waterfront restaurants on Lake Norman, Apps and Taps, Toucan's Lakefront, and the Blue Parrot Grill. We're gonna have a quick lunch here at Toucan's before we get back on the lake. Just enjoyed an amazing lunch at Toucan's. If you're looking for a more high-end dining experience, join us here at Davidson at the North Harbor Club or Port City in Cornelius. Both offer amazing fine dining experiences on the lake. I hope you enjoyed our tour of waterfront dining on Lake Norman today. As you can see, we have everything from a light lunch to a formal fine dining experience on Lake Norman, just to add a little bit of adventure to your day on the lake. If you'd like to experience Lake Norman for yourself and spend a day on the lake, you can take advantage of some of our neighborhood lake boat rentals, like the Lake Norman Marina or Freedom Boat Club. If living on Lake Norman appeals to you, you might be interested to know what it costs to live here. An average single-family home starts in the $750,000 range, all the way up to $22 million. If that's a little steep for your budget, we do have condos and townhomes waterfront for as low as $350,000 up to $1.4 million. If lake living seems like it might be slightly out of your reach, the Charlotte area does have other lakes available that are less expensive to live on. That would include Mountain Island Lake, Lake Wiley, High Rock Lake, and Baden Lake. We just love spending our weekends here on Lake Norman. You can tell by the area's natural beauty, as well as the quality of life and the real estate options surrounding, why so many people choose to move to Lake Norman. Whether you're looking for a cozy cottage or a grand lakefront estate, Lake Norman has a little bit for everybody. Stay tuned to this channel if you'd like to find out more about Lake Norman, the greater Charlotte area, and the options surrounding it.